love technology. Hey everyone, welcome. So I'm excited with this tip because I'm going to share some tweaks around setting a deadline around your goal that could be a new thought for you, a new idea as you work towards achieving your very own goals. So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Erdman-Luntz. I am a life coach and yoga educator. I do something a little unique because I combine them both. So we work through our minds with life coaching. We work through physically embodying what we want, which I'll teach a little bit more about that near the end of the week. And that helps us achieve our goals even faster. Now, I've recently begun adding essential oils to the mix, and I have to tell you, it's incredibly powerful. So it's a pretty cool mix of all three things. And I'm here to inspire people to live their extraordinary life. That life that's deeply fulfilling, full of purpose, and vibrantly joyful for you, whatever that might be for you. So I've already shared tip number 1, which is figure out what you want. Tip number 2 was this morning, which is figure out why you want it. Tip number 3 today is set a deadline. And I will do tip number 4, 5, and 6, I believe, all tomorrow, because the rest of the week, Thursday and Friday, we're going to do some more unique pieces, and we are going to be doing things on how to keep going. So how to get back up on the horse when you fall off, because I think that's probably the most crucial piece to this entire puzzle. So deadline. When you set a goal, you need a deadline. Now, there are some things about the deadline that I want to talk about, but first, why do you need a deadline? If you just say, hey, you know what, I want to lose weight and that's it, I want to get in shape and that's it, you don't do anything, you don't set a deadline, it's really hard to get started today. And that's what you want to do. And in fact, you want to get started within the first 24 hours of setting any new goal. You want to take an action step within the first 24 hours. The reason for that is when you set a goal, what you're doing is you're changing your status quo. Your status quo is the way life is right now. I like to call it the box that you live in. Okay, whatever that box is, whatever weight you are, however you feel about yourself, however you feel about others, how you feel about money. I mean, everything is inside this box. When you set a goal, it's because you want to change something, right? And when you want to change something, you are stepping outside of your box. You're growing your box a little bit bigger, and that gets uncomfortable. It's actually easier to stay inside your box. And in fact, the brain is wired to stay inside your box. It's actually the same function. I mean this literally. So to stay inside that box, to stay safe, even if that safety isn't comfortable, is what we're wired to do. So that is the same mechanism that saves you when you're trying to cross the street, right? You put your foot out and then a car races by and it makes you pull your foot back because you're nervous. Or anytime you just cross the street and there's just that little bit of nervousness, it's a part of your brain that's wired to keep you safe. Okay, so that same part of your brain is wired to keep you in the box, to not make any changes in your life. So when you set a goal, you want to actually do something within the first 24 hours. You are significantly more likely to achieve a goal. I'm not sure what the percentage is. I'm not sure anyone's ever figured it out literally. But you're significantly more likely to achieve a goal when you do something within the first 24 hours, because you're telling your brain, this mechanism isn't going to work anymore. I'm going for it. I'm stepping outside the box. I'm creating whatever it is that's new. So you totally need a deadline, and you need to do something within the first 24 hours. Now, here's the thing with the deadline. Here's my little hack for you. You don't want it too far away, and you don't want it too close. So you ready? If it's too far away, if it's, you've got a really long deadline, it's way out there, you're not going to get inspired to do anything right now. It's like, I got time. I don't have to start today. I don't have to start tomorrow. Maybe I'll start Monday. Maybe I'll start the first of the next month. Right? You just kind of keep pushing it off. It's not really, there isn't an urgency to it. And that makes it easy for the brain to give you a loophole. Now, you don't want to make it too short because, first of all, it has to be realistic. Not my favorite word, but it does have to be realistic. If you want to lose 10 pounds, don't do it within a week. That's not safe. If you want to become a doctor, you're not going to finish med school in a year. You need that full amount of time to be in med school to become a doctor. So it still has to be realistic, but short enough to make you a little bit nervous. Okay? So a little bit nervous / excited. Keep in mind that fear and excitement have the same physiological response in the body. So pay attention. If you start to feel nervous, say, or am I excited? Am I excited about the prospect? So, if you say, gosh, I really want this dream in 5 years, and I'll tell you as a life coach, what I do is I half the time and double the dream. And then I wait and see how it goes. I want to be able to cut back to part-time within 5 years. It's like, oh, what if you retired in 2.5? How's that feel? And that's usually when we've got the right amount of whatever it is we want, right? That right amount of excitement and nervousness at the same time, because that is usually when people set a goal and a deadline, they set it well within the time amount that they're capable of achieving it. So if I double it and cut the time in half, I'm usually right at what they really want. And that gets them so excited. That's like, woo, that's really exciting. And you can feel the surge of energy. And it is fear/excitement, but that surge of energy is what's going to push them through to get started. So it has to be just short enough to get you excited to get going today. It's like, oh, if that's going to happen, I really need to do something today. And I say, exactly. That's what I want. I want you to start today on this right now, but not long enough to really draw it out. Okay? So setting your deadline, not too short, not too long, somewhere right in the middle. Now, tonight I'm going to share with you one more hack around deadlines. And so look for it. This one will be a really profound way of making you get the most out of your deadline. So I'm excited to share that with you tonight. Thanks for joining me. Now, if you want this whole series, you can find everything that I'm doing on goal setting on my website on a blog post, lauraerdmanluntz.com/goals. You can join me on my radio show tomorrow. I'll be doing the whole kit and caboodle, so you'll be able to hear it rather than read it. I'll be going through the whole series tomorrow on my radio show, and that is blogtalkradio.com/MuseLaura. That's me. And you can also get a whole bevy of goodies on the blog. So you can get, I got some visualizations, a couple yoga series that you can do as well. So feel free to join me. I would love to have you. All right, y'all. Thanks for joining me. May you be inspired to live your extraordinary life. Take care, everybody.